Hello friends, Charmaine here, and in this video I'm going to show you 3 ways to perforate paper. This will be a tutorial on how to make your own ticket booklet with perforations. Before we start, don't forget to click subscribe so you get updated when I have new papercraft tutorials. So I made a ticket booklet and I perforated it 3 ways. The 3 methods yielded different types of perforations. I'll first show you the difference in how they perforate, and then I'll timestamp each method on how I did each type of perforation throughout this video. So the first method is the easiest one, the needle and rubber method. This is how it perforates. This one's the easiest one because I'm sure you have needle and rubber at home. The next method is the multi-cutter, which has the perforating attachment, which I got from Journal Say. Spoiler alert, this is the best way to perforate in my opinion. Perfect perforation, easy and no fuss. The third method, I used the Xtool cutting blade just because I have it. The perforation was crisp as well. I just really wanted to try if perforating was a possibility on the Xtool, and I'm happy to report that it is. Now we jump to the tutorial of how I made the booklet. We will start with making the ticket strips. These are the measurements that I used for mine, but of course you can adjust according to whatever type of paper or size of paper you're working with. So I penciled in the guidelines and I sort of used that as a framework or like a margin of what I wanted the ticket to look like. I'll put the link in the description for the materials that I used in this video. On top of the stamps, I layered on these transfer stickers from Your Creative Studio. I like transfer stickers because they just like blend seamlessly to the paper. It's like printed on the sheet itself, and it has like a clear background. You don't have that white outline, which makes it look more cohesive and sort of intentional. So basically I'm just making a collage sheet, but as you can see, I'm being intentional, putting the sheets or spreading out the stickers and designs mindfully, making sure that more or less each spot or each area that's going to be cut into a sticker has some sort of detail on it. And these are how the sheets turned out. I also added some gold washi tapes too. Now we jump onto the first method, the needle and rubber. Just as I've named it, you only need rubber, an eraser, and a needle. So I penciled in just a really light fine line. I penciled in where I wanted to do my perforations, and then I cut them into strips and then stapled them together because I wanted to do the perforation for this one having the strips in a stack or as a bundle so that I can do all the 4 strips at one time. Basically, you just grab your rubber and poke holes along your guideline. This one takes a lot longer, but it's the more accessible one. You don't need a special tool or a special machine to do the perforating for you. Just try to be as precise or as accurate as you can be by punching the holes as evenly spaced apart as you can. It's not as perfect, but it's simple and it actually works. The next method will require this KW Trio cutter from Journal Say. This multi-cutter has a specific attachment for perforating. All you have to do is run the cutter through your perforating lines. It's as easy as that. And then I just cut that into strips and then put the strips together and we're done. So for me, amongst all 3 methods, this is my favorite. So the third method is just proof of concept that I can actually perforate using the Xtool cutting blade. I just placed the sheet on the mat, made perforation lines using small cut lines with intervals between them, and I've also made the cutting lines as well. I manually made the perforation lines. I'm not sure if there's a perforating feature, but this one worked anyway. and then I just ran it through the machine to cut. If I exclude the whole machine setup thing aside, this was actually pretty straightforward, like the whole process of perforating using the Xtool. Needless to say, I was very happy with the results and how it turned out. I wasn't sure about the pressure, but then I used the white sticker paper setting and it worked well with tracing paper. So far, I have been lucky with my pressure settings using the Xtool. This is how the perforation looked up close. So I just stacked the strips together and then stapled them. So those are the 3 methods that I use to perforate paper. Let me show you once more how these sheets perforate. The first method, a bit wonky, but it does perforate like that. It snaps off easily. So the second method, using the multi-cutter, this is how it perforates, and I think it is the best method among all. The Xtool has the same flawless perforation as the KW301. Anyway guys, that's pretty much it. So I just made this base so that I could stack all 3 bundles into one ticket booklet. They have different cuts, but at the end of the day, they are ticket stubs with working perforations, so it wouldn't really matter. I put them all in one booklet so that I can easily just grab a stub to decorate a journal or a snail mail. And that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you picked up a thing or two from this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye!